All right, guys, you can see the floor under the saw. It's fairly clean. There's really nothing on it. I do have a kind of a mock setup of my dust collection. Just bought the saw and it's going to a dust topper. But it's been working pretty good. I haven't made but a couple of cuts just to kind of test the saw, test the power. But right now I'm gonna test out the new dust block and let you guys see what it does. All right, guys, so here we have a dust block from Danzco, Danzco on Etsy, and this is supposed to help with the dust problem with the Delta 36-725T2. I'm going to show you how to put this in and what it's supposed to do. You've already seen that below the saw there is zero dust on the floor. I don't know the results of this. We're going to be finding out together, but here's the process. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and lower the saw blade. Saw should be unplugged. I'm just doing this really quickly, so don't do as I do. I'm just popping that piece in there. So what that does is, as the dust comes off the blade, it shoots towards the front of the saw, and normally it would go into this area here, and then it would fall onto the floor. Well, now that's supposed to hit the dust block and then fall into the enclosed area and then go through the vacuum. So now that that's in, you just pop it in, shouldn't need anything. Then you should be good to go. Best results on this are with a zero clearance. I don't have a zero clearance, so we're gonna be looking at the results without zero clearance. I did contemplate, just putting a piece of tape across it just so you guys can see that. But really, I'm not that concerned about any sawdust up here. I do have both a dado and a regular zero clearance standard on the way from Tablesaw Woodworks off of Etsy. I think it's just Tablesaw Woodworks. So those will be here next week, but for right now, I just want to focus on what's under the saw. And so I'm going to go ahead and raise the blade back up. And what I have is just a couple of pieces of 1x6 pine boards, and I'm going to just take a couple of rip cuts from this. Alright, so just want to show you guys there is some sawdust on top of the saw, and I'm virtually certain 95% of that would have been caught by the zero clearance, or at least the zero clearance tape. So that's actually not that bad. When I look under the saw, I can see some sawdust, but this is actually really great. If you look at the crossbar, there's nothing. And you look just around, there's really not much of anything on the saw. The dust that's in the front is from the top of the saw, so that came up because there's no zero clearance. And this really came out because of another issue. Has nothing to do with the block. It has to do with the dust chute. And brand new saw to me, so I'm just finding this out, but you can see how this connects in this came directly from here. And so I moved this and that fell out. And so what I'm gonna do is seal that up. And then I won't have to worry about that. And that's gonna give me 100% coverage under the saw. So I know you guys are probably looking to see 0 on the floor. That was really all of a issue with the port, not the block. I think the block does a fantastic job. And I'm gonna tape up that spot or find a way to a replacement, something that'll fit a little bit better. And good to go. I'm happy with the purchase. Okay guys, so I went ahead and made those modifications. Just a strip of blue tape on top, and I have a strip on the bottom to cover what's a problem with the saw, not the block. So made 3 cuts just like I did before, and you can see the sawdust on top, which that's really not an issue. You just wear your dust protection, your dust mask, and you're fine. Nothing was popping up. That's all fine sawdust. So, but as I look under the bottom, there's nothing. You know, the dust is in the front of the saw came from the top. So that's a separate issue from that that's going down the chute. So nothing is falling under the saw, and that is the major concern. So looks like the block works extraordinarily well, and so I'm happy with the purchase.